encourage you just to choose wisely where you decide to live. Choose wisely where you decide to build a house. Choose wisely where you decide to buy a house. I've had my solar panels for about 2 years, and November of last year, I was asked by the HOA to remove my solar panels. For what reason? Because the HOA said that they were unsightly. Unsightly based on what? Well, unsightly based on one single person, the developer. You see, I live in a state that does not have solar access laws, which means that the HOA has the power to tell you that you cannot install solar systems on your property. So you are at the sole discretion of the HOA management and the developer. So after having my system and having paid a lot of money for my batteries and my solar panels and having them on my shed for 2 years, I was forced to remove the solar panels off my shed. Well, why did this happen? Because I live in a state that does not have solar access laws. Even though the state has incentive programs for people with solar systems, there is no solar access laws in South Carolina, unlike the neighboring state of North Carolina. If I lived in North Carolina, I could have my solar panels. The HOA could not tell me that I couldn't have solar panels. They can restrict where you place them, but they cannot stop you from having solar panels. In South Carolina, that's not the case. So what are my options now? Should I let my investment go down the drain? Should I continue to remain in this neighborhood? I beg to differ. Something has to change. I may have to move out after all. So anyway, guys, that's the reason why the panels were taken off the solar shed. Because I was forced to by the HOA. And in essence, I was forced to by the state. The state doesn't have solar access laws, which means that they give the HOA the supreme power to do whatever they want to do. HOAs can do whatever they want to do. I live in a community where the HOA does nothing for the community. We pay annual fees. They collect the money. They do nothing. What does the developer do with the money? He buys more property and builds more houses. Yet, he's trying to tell me what I can or cannot do with my own property. So do I really own my property? Or don't I own my property? Do I own it or not? I guess that's the question that should be answered. So what are my options at this point in time? My options are to look for another place that is solar friendly. Therefore, I'm calling upon South Carolina. I'm calling upon the government of South Carolina to enact solar access laws. If you're going to have incentive programs, then the citizens, regardless of where they live, if they decide to live in the country or in the city, if they decide to live in an HOA community or not, they should be allowed to have solar. Thank you very much.